Newton's dream. One quiet night, under a star-filled sky, a child was sleeping beneath an apple tree. That child was none other than Isaac Newton. In his dream, Newton arrived in a truly wondrous land, a place known as the Kingdom of Physics. Everything there moved with perfect order. Balls rolled, fish swam, and stars quietly followed their paths. Wow! Who organized all of this so perfectly? Just then, a shiny apple fell from the sky. Thump! Newton was startled, but with curious eyes he looked at the apple. Why didn't it fly upward? Why did it fall down? At that moment, the Fairy of Universal Gravitation appeared, a tiny fairy with sparkling wings, who smiled and said, "Every object pulls on every other object. You and the Earth are doing it too. It's a magical force we call gravity." Newton's eyes sparkled as he nodded. "So, even the stars pull on each other?" "Of course. That's why planets orbit the sun. It's like a cosmic dance, each one moving along its own path." Then the sound of a giant clock tick-tocking filled the air. Inside the clock, gears were turning in perfect sync. The wizard of inertia appeared and explained, "Unless something pushes or pulls it, an object will stay still or keep moving in the same way. That's what we call inertia." Newton was amazed once again. "So things only move when something makes them move?" "Exactly. What we call force is what changes motion. When a force acts, it changes how something moves. That's what Newton's laws of motion describe." Newton smiled and said, "This world moves so beautifully. It's like a symphony." And then the stars above began to twinkle and whisper, "Force equals mass times acceleration. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction." The voices sounded like a lullaby. At the end of the dream, Newton realized that the formulas he created connected everything, stars and planets, apples and people, with the language of the universe. When he awoke, Newton smiled quietly and whispered, "Nature is the most beautiful book, and I'm happy I get to read it."